If you'd prefer fat people walk around naked, I think we can make that happen.
Where did you get that out of their comment?
Sunscreen is easily fat-friendly. As long as I have that, let me know when we're all gonna start going about naked.
I'll bring the industrial-sized sunscreen.
I wish. Us fats get hot way easier than anyone else. We should be allowed to be nude and free.
Hello, this is just a reminder that your body is lovely and it is beautiful and it is worthy of love. It is worthy of feeling cool in all this hot weather we've just had, although it is now raining where I live, but don't cover yourself up.
That's not body positivity.
Girl, this swimsuit on you is doing things to me.
Is it that you hate fat people, or is it that you can't handle that a fat person is successful, traveling the world, having an absolutely wonderful life, and maybe doesn't hate themselves?
You did not mention happy. Respect. But why the need to brag or to prove this?
Mostly they just hate themselves.
I would rather shit in my hands and clap.
Insane things are expected. Obesity is a global health epidemic, with its consequences reaching far beyond just physical well-being. Recent studies have shed light on the remarkable connections between excess weight and brain health. Let's explore this throughout this video.
Hello. So this is like a friendly reminder that my existence is not consent for you giving me advice or health advice. My existence, me walking by, you seeing me, that's not consent, okay? At all. Just like when I went to Fan Expo 2 weekends ago and I had to meet some people. Anyway, that's another story. They had a sign that says cosplay is not consent, which is totally right. That's why you have to ask the fucking person, hey, I like your cosplay, can we take a photo? Yeah, sure, no problem. See, that's consent. Fucking seeing a fat person existing, that's not consent for harassing us and bullying us and giving us unwanted health advice, okay? So instead of trying to police other people and police other bodies to feed your fucking ego, just stop it. Worry about yourself, okay? Thanks.
Obese individuals often experience a state of chronic low-grade inflammation throughout their bodies. This inflammation can extend to the brain and has been linked to cognitive decline. Research suggests that the inflammatory processes associated with obesity may contribute to a higher risk of developing neurodegenerative diseases, such as Alzheimer's. MRI scans have revealed that obesity can lead to structural and functional alterations in the brain. Regions responsible for cognitive functions, such as memory, attention, and decision-making, can undergo changes in size and connectivity. These alterations may impair cognitive performance and increase the risk of conditions like dementia.
Objective beauty does not exist. So I always get these comments that are like, how do you people find this attractive? Glazing, if someone comments something positive, it'll just be like, lie, 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 lie. And I think we need to have an honest conversation about what we mean when we talk about attractiveness or beauty or desire. Because none of these things are actually objective truths. They are subjective. They are opinion. And what gets labeled as beautiful or desirable or attractive depends very heavily on both cultural norms and individual preference. That's why beauty standards change.
Our body's complex hormonal system is intimately tied to both our weight and brain health. Obesity disrupts the delicate balance of hormones, such as insulin and leptin, which are crucial for regulating appetite, metabolism, and brain function. The dysregulation of these hormones can impact cognitive processes and contribute to cognitive impairment.
And it's why it's so foolish to me when people come into my comments acting shocked that people find me attractive. Because the reality is that people find fat people attractive. People find trans and gender nonconforming people attractive. Maybe you don't, because you subscribe to whatever the cultural beauty standard is, but you are not everyone. You are the societal like group think, and then there's everyone who does not subscribe to that. If you haven't done the work to question what you think is beautiful and why, I actually don't believe that you even can know what you as an individual find beautiful. Because as it currently stands, you are just subscribing to the beauty standards set by white supremacy. You have been conditioned to think that way.
Obesity often comes hand in hand with other health conditions like high blood pressure and cardiovascular disease. These conditions can impair blood flow to the brain, leading to reduced oxygen and nutrient supply. The compromised vascular health can hinder cognitive functioning and accelerate cognitive decline.
You have been conditioned to think that way. So they're not really your thoughts. And if you really want to get into it, even I am privileged by those beauty standards, by the fact that I am white, I have relatively symmetrical features, I have like an hourglass body shape. These are all things that are favored under our cultural white supremacist beauty standards. And similar to individual opinions on beauty, cultural beauty standards can be different and they can change depending on lots of different factors. Geographically, they change based on time period. You don't have to find me attractive. I don't give two fucks what you think. But you are also not the determiner of what is beautiful. You do not dictate objective beauty.
Obesity is not only a physical health concern but also takes a toll on our mental well-being. The psychological impact of obesity, such as low self-esteem, depression, and anxiety, can have detrimental effects on brain health. These mental health factors may further exacerbate cognitive impairment.
Like, I don't know about you guys, but as a history girly, I have always found Venus statues and figures absolutely gorgeous. Sounds like a skill issue.
But can a disease be beautiful?
The good news is that there is hope for our brains. Adopting a healthy lifestyle that includes regular physical activity, balanced nutrition, and weight management can positively influence both our body and brain health. Studies have shown that lifestyle interventions can improve cognitive function and slow down cognitive decline in obese individuals.
Fat girlfriends are like most other girlfriends, just with a couple limitations, alright? 1, I can't go shopping with you at the mall. 2, I cannot ride that roller coaster with you. And 3, I'm not going to be able to fuck you in a 2-seater.
And many more.
Baby, don't limit yourself. You can do all of that.
But we can eat. Breakfast? Let's go. Dinner? Where we going? Late night? Middle of the night? Feral snack sesh? I'm down.
Today I hate how I look. I hate how my clothes fit on me. I hate how my clothes look. And that's okay. We don't have to love our bodies every day, or even at all, in order to enjoy life. So much of our culture revolves around bodies and appearances, but in reality, it doesn't matter what we look like or if we like how we look on a day-to-day. Our bodies are just that.
The connection between obesity and brain health is undoubtedly a weighty matter. As we strive for a healthier future, it's important to recognize the impact excess weight can have on our cognitive functions. By understanding these connections and making positive lifestyle changes, we can pave the way for enhanced brain health and overall well-being.
Our bodies are just that. Our bodies. We just exist within them. They're just a vessel for us to experience life. They aren't our life. It is not our life's purpose to be beautiful enough, to be thin enough, to be flattering. So stop fixating on that pimple, on how your body squishes or protrudes. None of that matters. On our bad days, we have got to stop fighting with our bodies. Let's spend that energy focusing on what really matters. We don't have to hide. Even on our bad body image days, we're still us.
So what really matters? Enjoying food? That's all there is?
Heavy reminder I really needed.
But why do you hate the way you look right now, though? Don't you look like many other fat babes? Isn't that fat-phobic of you?
Oh, so now it's okay not to enjoy our bodies? But when somebody is complaining about their body looking a certain way, you call them fat-phobic.
the conversation right now on whether it's fat phobic to not want to be fat, to me just really feels like an attempt to deflect people from having to really unpack their internalized fat phobia. And that can be from both fat people and non-fat people. So I'm not going to answer that question, but I am going to recommend some readings. I think it's really important that people understand the deeper systemic issues connected to fat phobia.
She chose not to answer the question of whether it's fat phobic to not want to be fat. Encouraging viewers to read is a valuable step, but it shouldn't replace a genuine discussion.
You're still on this app? Christ.
Thanks for boosting her content.
Yes, we need to get away from aspects of diet culture, but it is unhealthy to be overweight. No way around it. This is a perfect example of weight stigma and assuming someone's health from the size of their body. If this were true, that it was unhealthy to be overweight, which is a blanket statement, then everyone who was overweight would be unhealthy. And that is simply not the case. You cannot tell how healthy a person is just by looking at them. You cannot tell how healthy a person is by the size or the shape of their body or what category of the BMI they fit into. These assumptions harm people. Weight stigma, which is discrimination or stereotype based on someone's body size, has been shown to be correlated with worse health outcomes, physical, mental, and emotional. It is also highly linked to chronic dieting, unhealthy weight control practices, and eating disorders.
This oversimplifies the argument by suggesting that being overweight is never associated with health risks. That's not entirely accurate. While not everyone who is overweight is unhealthy, it's important to acknowledge that excess weight can be a risk factor for various health conditions. And here's where the conversation needs to delve deeper. While weight stigma is detrimental, it's also essential to consider that obesity can indeed increase the risk of certain health problems. We need to be careful not to swing to the other extreme by suggesting that body weight has zero relevance to health.
Now that I think about it, I've never seen a definitive definition of healthy. And similarly, everyone that is not overweight is healthy with no illnesses at all. It's all simply not true, but people just make assumptions.